Hello, everyone. Hope you're all still staying very warm right now. I've been dealing with some nasty cold weather all day long. My power's been going on and off for hours, and because of that, I probably won't be able to stream. But despite that, I still want to cover some fun stories for you guys. And this particular story came across my feed, and I thought it was very interesting. It has to do with Godzilla Minus One, which is one of my favorite movies of last year, of 2023. Easily in my top 10, my top 5 films for that year. And it was so great. Just a wonderful blockbuster, from the spectacle to its depth, to the character depth in the movie. Thought it was great. And apparently, the director of Godzilla Minus One is interested in helming a Star Wars project. And, well, apparently he's already had meetings and has had a special screening of his film on the Lucasfilm lot. And to be honest, I'm a little concerned about that. Not because of the director, not at all. More to do with the Lucasfilm itself, which I feel like is in a really bad place at the moment. I mean, Star Wars is in a really bad place. Not to say that I haven't had some successes. I think Andor is great. I think some of the animated fare has been quite good. But so many disappointments across the board when it comes to the films and a number of the other live action shows. But let's just go ahead and get into the story. I'll share my thoughts, and I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on it as well. But I'm reading this via Star Wars Newsnet, and Godzilla Minus One director Takashi Yamazaki screened his kaiju movie for Lucasfilm. Very interesting. After previously expressing interest in working on a Star Wars movie, Godzilla Minus One director Takashi Yamazaki has recently screened his critically acclaimed kaiju film on Lucasfilm's lot, potentially indicating the possibility of a future collaboration. August Ragone, who apparently is a longtime fan of Godzilla and Star Wars alike, and the host of an anime convention, and author of a book, he attended apparently the screening of Godzilla Minus One with the director on Lucasfilm's lot. And the event was put together by Lucasfilm's own chief creative officer and executive vice president, Dave Filoni, and senior pipeline technical director, Kenneth Ibrahim. And he made a post on Twitter or on X, whatever the hell they're calling it now. Great Godzilla Minus One screening tonight. Lucasfilm was introduced to director Yamazaki after the Q&A. He was also gracious enough to sign my copy of the Japan Theater Program. A Godzillion thanks to Ken Ibrahim and Dave Filoni. More tomorrow. And, of course, there's more information you guys can check out, kind of talking about the state of Star Wars at the moment and the success of Godzilla Minus One. So I'll be very honest. I'm a little concerned about this because I'm concerned that Takashi Yamazaki might be the next, I guess, how would you describe it, victim of Lucasfilm? You know, Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy has this reputation of, hey, let's go for the hottest thing out there right now. Let's get this director. Let's get this writer. Let's get this actor, right? And I think because of that strategy, it's led to just numerous behind-the-scenes issues, numerous film cancellations. I mean, there have been more canceled Lucasfilm projects, more canceled Star Wars movies than actual Star Wars movies now. I mean, everyone from Josh Trank to Benioff and Weiss to Patty Jenkins to Colin Trevorrow to Ryan Johnson and many, many others have had Star Wars projects, and they just went away. They disappeared into the ether. And most people nowadays, when it comes to like these announced Star Wars projects, are like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I actually see the trailer. Like, even for some of these other movies. I mean, just a couple of days ago it was announced that they're doing a Mandalorian movie, which I feel like that one will probably happen since Jon Favreau is so connected to that franchise, that specific franchise, and basically wrote season 4, and now I'm sure they're going to do a truncated version of it. Like, I think that movie's happening. But, like, the rest of those films, like James Mangold's movie, you know, after Indiana Jones, I doubt it. You had the recent, I mean, the Rey Skywalker, all the controversy surrounding that film right now with that particular director and the comments that she's made. And they're like, oh, let's ignore all of that and focus on this. So I think that's a little concerning. And then Dave Filoni's, you know, Star Wars movie. It's like, is that going to happen after the really tepid reception of Ahsoka? And I just don't know. I think most of these projects will not go forward. I think that, like, the only one that I believe will actually go forward is the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which is a terrible title. That's the only one. And I don't know. Not that I wouldn't want a Takashi Yamazaki Godzilla film. I think that would be awesome. I think that'd be really cool. I'm hoping that he can bring the same level of depth to that film, to this franchise, that he did for Godzilla. But I don't know if he's going to get the opportunity because of all the behind-the-scenes issues and just the mess, the state of Lucasfilm is just it's in a terrible place right now. So I don't know. I would hate for him to get wrapped up in all this and spend years on a project that could potentially never happen and just, burn him out and potentially remove him from, other cool projects that he could potentially, work on, whether they're Godzilla or not. I want to see what else this guy would offer us, and I don't know. I just don't trust Lucasfilm right now, and what they've been doing, I think, has been extremely disappointing. Again, not to say that they haven't had some successes, they have, but man, I think the majority of their output has been pretty disappointing to terrible, in my honest opinion. But hey, at the end of the day, we'll see what happens. This might not lead to anything, quite honestly. I mean, that's kind of par for the course for Star Wars and Lucasfilm at the moment. But I am happy for Takashi Yamazaki and just the success that he's been having and getting his name out there. And this film has just been blowing up and all across the world. People have been obviously really, really enjoying. I still want to see it again. So that's obviously exciting. I think that's great. But I would hate for him to be taken advantage of by these people that clearly don't know what they're doing at Star Wars and Lucasfilm right now. But I don't know. That's just my opinion on this. What about you guys? I mean, do you feel like I do, where, hey, this guy's very talented, I want to see him do more stuff? Are you concerned with Lucasfilm getting him and being so controlling? Are you actually think this is a good thing? You think maybe he can bring some of that depth to Star Wars that has been sorely lacking for some time, much the same way that he brought to Godzilla? I'm very, very curious. Let me know. Please stay warm. I'm so happy my power stayed on this long. My internet stayed on this long. And I'll be sure to see you next time. Bye-bye.